NumPy is one of the Python's libraries we have to perform scientific computations. The basic data structure in NumPy is multidimensional array of type ND array. ND arrays are very fast and also occupies less space in the memory compared with the basic Python data structures such as lists. So in this video I will show 5 functions to get NumPy arrays. So those are zeros, ones, arrays, linspace as well as arange function. So my name is Ratnakishore. Welcome to COST channel. Let's start the topic now. The first function is array function, which takes any sequence object as input and converts that object into NumPy array. So it can take a list as an object, or it can take a tuple as an object. It can take a range object also as an input to produce a new NumPy array. And the next one is zeros function, so which returns a new NumPy arrays of zeros with a given shape. And the third one is ones function, which returns a NumPy array of all the ones by considering the shape as input. Is arange function, which produces a new NumPy array of the given range of values. As input, it can take multiple arguments such as start value, stop value, step value, etc. to produce a new NumPy array of the specified range. And final one is a linspace. It is also returns a NumPy array with equally spaced values in a given range. We are going to see all these things with examples. If you want to use the functions available in the NumPy library, first we have to import it. Then I am writing the import statement to import it. Here I am importing the NumPy as NP, where NP is alias. I am running this cell. Then the first function I am considering is array function. As I mentioned earlier, array function can take any sequence object as input to produce a NumPy array. First I am considering list as an example sequence object to get the corresponding NumPy array by using array function. Let me consider the generation of one-dimensional NumPy array first from the list. Then I am using the alias of the NumPy NP dot, the function is array. For that I am giving the input argument a list which is having the elements 10, 20 and 30. Then I am going to display that NumPy array object. Then we got an array with elements 10, 20, 30. Let me display the type of AL1 object. Then I got ND array as the class of it. Now AL1 is the ND array object which is created from a list 10, 20, 30 with the help of array function. Then I am going to create a two-dimensional array from another list. Then to create a two-dimensional NumPy array, we have to supply a list of lists as input, where each sublist is a row. My first row is having 10.5, 20.7, 30.7. And then the second sublist, so 40.6, 50.7 and 60.4 represents the second row. That means we are going to generate a 2 by 3 matrix as two-dimensional NumPy array. Then I am going to display AL2 and its type as well. See, we got a two-dimensional array with the first row elements represented by the first sublist, and the second row elements are nothing but the elements of the second sublist, and it is of type ND array. Guys, here I want to emphasize one point, that NumPy arrays accepts all the data values of the same type only. We cannot use the data values of different types like lists. And then I am going to create a NumPy array from a tuple np.array, and then I am taking a tuple with elements 100, 200 and 300. Then I am going to display 81 and its type as well. 81 is now one-dimensional NumPy array object. We got its type as ND array. Then I am going to generate a new NumPy array with the help of a range object. Then I am using AR1 np.array. Then I am using a range function with start value 0, stop value 11 and then step size 2. Then I am going to get all the even numbers from 0 to 10 into NumPy array. Then I am displaying the AR1 and its type ND array object with all the even numbers from 0 to 10. Then I am going to consider a zeros function first to generate a one-dimensional array. np.zeros. Then I am using 5 as input. Then I am going to display age at 1 object content. Then we got a ND array with 5 zeros in it. Then I am going to generate a new 2-dimensional ND array. I am considering age at 2 now. Then the shape I am considering as 3, 2. Guys, remember the shape is given as a tuple. We need to remember that point. We should give the shape as a tuple always. Then it will generate a new ND array with all zeros. See, we got a matrix with all zeros in shape 3 rows and 2 columns. See, if you observe the zeros function, the values we got as floating point numbers. Here, if you observe all zeros, these are floating point numbers. Here also all zeros are floating point numbers. Suppose if you want to know the data type of elements in any ND array, we have an attribute D type. I am going to use that. Then we got 64-bit floating point number. Suppose if you want to get zeros with another data type, we can use the same D type attribute with zeros function as well. Here I am using D type is equal to np.int32. So let me display. Then we got all the zeros. Let me display the type of the elements also. Now we got 32-bit integer as the data type for all these zeros. Then I am going to show you how we can use the function ones to get a new NumPy array with all ones in it. Now I am using AO1 to hold that NumPy array. Then I am using np.ones. Then I am specifying a shape now. I am going to get a 2-dimensional array, that is a matrix of shape 3, 4. 3 by 4 matrix I am going to get with all ones in it. Then I am going to use the print statement to display the values present in that array. See, we got a 3 by 4 matrix, 3 rows and 4 columns we have. Then all the matrix elements are now ones. And the fourth one in the list is arrange function to get a new NumPy array. Actually, which can take 3 different values: start value, stop value and a step. The first example I am considering for arrange function with only stop value. Then it will consider the default start value as 0 and the default step size as 1. AA1 is equal to np.arrange. I am using 5 here. Then I am displaying AA1. Then we got a NumPy array with elements 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, note that arrange function stop value is always excluded in the range. Then if we display the type of AA1, you should get ND array. We got it. So then I am using arrange function with start and stop values. Here also I am using the default step size 1 and the start value is 2. That's why the first value in the new NumPy array will be 2 and I will get 2, 3, 4 like that up to 10 because the stop value is 11 there, which is excluded in the range. In the third case, I am going to use the start value, stop value as well as the step size. Then I am using AA3 as new NumPy array here. Then I am using the start value as 1.0. Carefully observe, I am giving the floating point numbers here. And the stop value I am giving as 11.0 and the step size I am giving as 2. Then I will get all the odd numbers from 1 to 10 and the data type of all these values would be floating point numbers. See, I got these. Guys, if you observe in the first 2 cases we got integers as the array elements here and here as well, because the start value and the stop value both are integers there. But in the third example I have given the start value and the stop values as floating point numbers, then the array will also have the values of floating point type. And finally I am considering linspace. Here the linspace is used to generate equally spaced values with start value, stop value and the number of values as arguments. The linspace is also having one argument endpoint. By default it is true. So that's why the stop value will be included in the generated NumPy array. If we make endpoint as false, then automatically stop value will not be included in the generated range of values as numpy array. In the first case, I am considering the linspace function without using any number of values, that is the third argument. Then by default, this function will consider 50 as the number of values. ALS1 is equal to np dot linspace. I am using 1 as the start value and 10 as the stop value. Then if I display ALS1, then I got total 50 equally spaced values from 1 to 10. So next I am going to use another example here where I am using the linspace function with the start value, stop value as well as the third argument number of values. Then I am writing a statement here. Then the start value I am giving as 0 and the stop value I am giving as 100 and the number of points I am giving as 20, and also I am using dtype attribute to change the default data type from the float to 32-bit integer. Then I am displaying ALS2. Then I got total 20 equally spaced values between 0 and 100. Now all the values are of type 32-bit integers. And finally, I want to give you another function to reshape the existing numpy array. Here I am using arange function with 10 as its value. Then I will get a one-dimensional array with elements from 0 to 9. Then I am going to reshape this. Here I have to specify the target shape as a tuple. Then I want to get a shape of 5 by 2, that is 5 rows and 2 columns. Then I got a numpy matrix with 5 rows and 2 columns in it. Guys, that's it for this video. I will meet with a new video soon.